I've gone and done it again. Committed the greatest crime you can commit. I have gone on the internet and I have downloaded a Magic the Gathering deck that is not mine. You wouldn't download a card, don't download a deck. Net decking is stealing. I'm taking the risk so all of you at home don't have to. It's a green-white tokens deck because Esika's Chariot is not only unnerfed, but it's not banned in Standard, so we get 2 cats with the Cadillac still. We've got Wandering Emperor, we've got Wrenn and Seven tokens, as well as Invoke the Ancient tokens that we can copy with the Esika's Chariot. We've got Wedding Announcement for some card advantage. We've got some other bangers in here as well. So let's pop on into some standard match with this and see how it goes today. Ginger Avenger, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. This is my my full-time gig here on Twitch. I wouldn't be able to be here without folks like you, so thanks for keeping me around. All right, chat, I just got done showing off my sandwich. I'm gonna play kind of silently while I eat for this first match. Just pretend I'm saying clever, intelligent things while I munch, okay?
is harmony, and harmony is strength. The will of the woods is made manifest.
Slightly less than ideal exchange there, but I think we're still ahead, right? Have Legion Angel and Starnheim Unleashed. These all flipping over is real bad for us, huh? Five, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So I can make X's 3 here. Yeah, active, non-active player is unfortunate there for sure. So, we can't cast 2 spells here, chap. Because if we do, the Moonrage Brutes all flip over and we get hosed. So we'll just go ahead and pass. If they have 2 spells, we probably lose this game. That's super unfortunate. They've been very good at drawing gas. We might still be okay in the air here. We technically have them dead on board, right? Okay, sweet. We don't have many cards for this matchup. Circle of Confinement, obviously great. I think we just swap some of our top end out for that. Click submit. I just take their 3-1 off the board here because it stops them from training up the innate next turn. having a play here is huge. There's something with flash? Or are they gonna kill this? It's pretty good. Be attacking for 6 next turn. Wow, no removal spell here is huge. You know what else is huge, chat? My Ancients. My Ancients are huge. Ever vigilant, chat. Ever vigilant. Excuse me? That's kind of cracked. We're gonna be able to race this, but access tunnel is really good. Wow, brutal. Oh wait, they're not gonna be able to pump it next turn now, right? I think we get rid of this so we don't die to a second aspirant. Oh, we were dead on board without the portable hole. Yeah, you're right. Because I would have put a counter on the aspirant and then trained it. They would have put a counter on the training thing and then trained it up with the attack, making it unblockable. Opponent threw the game there. How? Explain, Glod. You may have 5 minutes to explain before we time you out. Ginger Avenger? Well, I don't know what those are for, but happy Wednesday to you and yours. That is incredibly generous. Thank you for the absurd amount of support. Bombs away indeed. It's always welcome to be constructive with criticism, whether you're suggesting I take a better line or my opponent take a better line, but just saying line's bad or they messed up without helping explain why or how they messed up is not Not acceptable. It's just rude and demeaning. TBE Clockwork, thanks for the follow. As a lot of subs. Ginger and all of Ginger's new subs, you should be sure to pop in the Discord server as well. And by the way, being subscribed to the channel is one of the requirements for our next open, and even gift subs. Those count, gift, prime, regular. On the 19th, if you want to play an alchemy tournament, we're going to be playing some alchemy after we're done with the standard deck. Really looking forward to see what people cook up with the new alchemy stuff. Turn before the opponent's last, they use Tunnel, pump the 3-1 with the Aspirant. Then the last turn, they activate land on the 3-1 and then pump with Aspirant for lethal. Sure, but all of those lines assume that the Aspirant's still in play, right? And the opponent still had the same line to generate lethal Glod by putting a counter on the 1-2 and then training it up. So they still had lethal if I didn't draw the portable hole. So like, you're trying to criticize the opponent's line because you didn't see the other line that they were actually taking. So like, you're right that your suggestion is lethal, but they also had a lethal line with what they did, assuming I don't draw removal. And my removal spell disrupted both of those potential lethals. So it's not like one was better than the others. Gaffer, thanks for the 20 months. Welcome back. One full Hoaglandian, of course, and I'm glad Jim Davis is great. Speaking of the Open, Jim will be joining me as my second co-commentator as always, and for this event, oh, I wonder if we're playing Emir. I guess it could be humans as well. Our third guest commentator for the upcoming Hoaglandia Open will be Amy the Amazonian, as someone we've had before who's wonderful. Excited to get to work with her again. I think their Katilda is worth more than my Innkeeper. I'm going to offer a trade. Hey, Cybate, thanks for the quarter of year. Welcome back. Why did a mod delete Ginger's messages? Because they asked for a timeout. For those that are new here, one full Hoaglandian is a complimentary timeout. Hoaglandia is a silly place. You'll get used to it eventually. Alright, so I think we use my dog to break their Cadillac. And then we'll get an attack in here. And then the question becomes, is this Emeria's Call a land or a spell? I think it's a land. Like, I want to get to 6 for this, right? I'm pretty far off a 7. Obviously, we need another green still, and hopefully we'll draw one. Afternoon Zonk. Second Chariot's a tough nut shit. Hopefully we can find a green source our next couple of draws, so our Start in the Festival can dig us to another Chariot. Oh, that'll do, pig. Do I want to throw away a cat to draw a card? I think the answer is no, because I get a token if we don't attack too, so. Like I could attack with 2 cats, and then like they eat one with the Chariot and they take 2, and then I draw a card, but I get a token against some life heritage value as well. Alright, and now we just triple block their Cadillac, right? I want to triple block just in case they have a piece of spot removal or a trick here. Oh no! They had a trick, but it still gets us.
Run away. You'll be safer.
Took the bait, chip. This card's so good. I love the Planeswalkers out of Neo. They're such fantastic designs. This is a darn good trick for sure. Nice, and now I get to save the treasure for flashing this back later. It's bigger than ours now too. So I have 7, 8. I'm 2 lands off of flashing this back. Oh, I think we're just chilling. I guess I kind of need to draw though, huh? I'm gonna throw away a 1/1 to draw a card. I need lands and spells kind of at the impasse we're at currently. Yeah, Cathar's not a bad pickup. I do kind of want to hit my next 2 land drops for Storm the Festival, right? Is Emperor going up here again, so I don't have good blocks? Oh, we totally could copy the treasure token. That might actually be the line, no joke. Have that punishes this. He just didn't want me to block their Chariot. I didn't want to block that anyways. I'm at 31.
Let your blade do the talking.
Oh, they wanted to draw with wedding announcement. That makes sense. Yeah, I think it's a copy of the treasure token angle, chat. Sick combo. Hey, hit me, dealer. It's not bad. This alchemy, it is not. That Cadillac just made two cats. We're gonna be playing some alchemy after this session is done, so we'll probably start alchemy in about an hour and a half or so. Usually I play each text for like 60 to 90 minutes at a minimum.
Remember your training.
Or indestructible for the turn cycle because of Emeria's call, so no use in attacking there. This will also give us a turn cycle to build up counters with Katilda. I think we're dead shit.
We've got the
Yeah, Emperor is super strong. Them having Emperor and us not. Big part of what tipped this game. Angels don't hurt either. If I triple block with cats and then give everything +1/+1, they'll first strike down one of these and then we'll kill this, right? Right? That's how magic works. They deal 4, kill 1, they deal 3 to the next, it still has 1 toughness left, they deal 8 back. Yeah. All their stuff gets bigger now too. We drew a Tangled Florahedron. Does that help us out, chat? What do you think of Tangled Florahedron? It's not a land. I mean, isn't it? Isn't it? Oh, and all their crap's indestructible again. Right? I was like trying to think if I could make attacks that like force them into blocking with angels, but we're just taking 20 in the air, chat. Outland Liberator seems pretty good, killing wedding invitations and chariots. I guess Invoke the Divine is It's pretty fine for that same reason. Do I want to trim? Yasharn's probably not super useful. Is portable hole good? Doesn't seem like it. Let's run a Snakeskin Veil as a cheeky getcha. I mean, spending portable holes and stuff, exiling like angel tokens doesn't seem like a very profitable exchange for us, right? I think I'd rather have just more cards that like play to the board. It's unfortunate we drew all our bolt lands early instead of late. They have a busted 4 up and we don't. Untapped lands, we can play a busted 5? Maybe? Maybe? Could be worse. Could have been a brick. Bogs their kitties for 1 turn. No blocks. Yeah, if we peel untap green, we could invoke the Ancients. I think we just Cadillac first here now, right? Because if we have the Cadillac in play and we make a good token, we get to copy it right away. Okay.
I will protect these God's forests, as if the trees can fight their own battles.
Do I want to trade Esika's Chariot for a Wrenn and Seven token? I think so.
Trees. They prepare for war. We can foster much growth here.
Ayo, Dawn Sky. A lot of flyers in their build. Brutal Cathar lives up to its name in this token mirror. Their Wren's gonna get to have drawn them lands and ours isn't, which is super unfortunate.
Failure burns within us.
Yeah, I just don't know how we beat all their Wrenn and Seven tokens. That's the main way to pressure their Planeswalker off the table. I can, like, make a couple of flying tokens, but they're still at 20. Mirror didn't seem particularly interesting. Move on to the next one. Tangled Florahedron's a land in this hand for sure. Cadaverous Dancer, thanks for the 14 months. Good morning, good morning. Good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. It's 1 o'clock here. I'm all a blur, chat. Usually by this point in the day, we've hit a non-card game. My reading comprehension falls off at like 1 o'clock. It's 8 p.m. where you live. It's so late. It's okay, I've never had any reading comprehension at all. Horizon was wonderful. Without spoiling anything, I think they teed themselves up for a third game and a DLC for the second game quite nicely at the end of the main story. So we should definitely expect more from them. Right. This card probably doesn't have text against Jeskai control. Yeah, they're probably the Magma Opus combo deck, I think is the Jeskai deck in the format. That's one we're going to get around to at some point in both Alchemy and Historic. Why didn't I play Innkeeper on 2 so I could play a 4-drop? Because it's higher upside. If the what's it called lives, right? Like this has to use my treasure token to play the 4-drop, whereas if this lives, it just taps itself. So you're right, it was worse against the removal spell, but this also let me play my 4-drop around Jawari Disruption, which has value as well. It hits the Opus token. Yeah, you're usually just like not winning the game through Magma Opus though, right? Is usually what it comes down to. Well, by the way, chat, I had shared the early teaser of this, but pre-orders are up now for it. So I partnered up with Cool Stuff Inc., who sponsors our Hoaglandia Opens and the stream at various points over the years, where all new Capenna pre-orders from them are gonna get a Jeff Hoagland themed vampire token. What do they do? We Demon Bolted and Hinata'd. Okay. It's actually terrifying. Makes their spells cheaper for everything they target, which means with Magma Opus, your Magma Opus goes from 8 mana to incredibly cheap.
Will be overrun.
Okay, so we could do land into Chariot into foretell this. Hey, at least it wasn't a Magma Opus, Chip. Okay, so Portable Hole, obviously not great here. Snakeskin Veil, probably cracked. Outland Liberator, probably not very good. Guardian of Faith, they're almost assuredly a sweeper deck, right? Brutal Cathar seems kind of like a double-edged sword, right? Like, I kind of want to be able to kill Hinata, but at the same time, this effect, like, it's just going to get wiped off the board, right? I'm going to put in these Spellbinders. I'm going to try a couple of Innkeepers. The acceleration from this is nice, but I want to try and make my individual card quality a little bit higher against the control deck. So, like, drawing a 1/1 for 1 that gains us life isn't particularly exciting, especially in the late game. How's Standard going? This deck felt reasonable. We played a mirror match that kind of sucked, but our first match against Mono White was super interesting. A lot of good attacking and blocking. I'm a simple man, chat. I just want attacking and blocking to matter in my Magic the Gathering formats. It's for the 43 months, Kijin guy. It's a long time. It's what, over 3.5 years? Yeah, I think you mostly just like... The token is like far from the thing that just like drives home the Magma Opus, right? It's like all the other stuff it does. It like draws them more cards. Yeah, our opponent must just have something else going on. They conceded kind of early, so I wonder if, like, maybe they had to walk away from their computer and didn't remember they were playing best of 3. Because they're definitely taking the whole time sideboarding here. Unfortunate. Alright, our opponent's here. I think this is a land. If we flood out, we might regret that decision. Who can explain the horsemanship mechanic? It's literally just flying with a different keyword. Only instead of the other creatures needing to have flying to block it, they have to have horsemanship. Weird. Yeah, Portal 3 Kingdoms is a strange set. I'm gonna lead on the Spellbinder here, because I don't want to get a 4-drop disrupted. Yeah, it's like set-themed flying. I'll take an expressive iteration here. Chat, the best way to think about banding is like, you know how you can like stack block something? Think of banding as like stack attacking. What do you have for 5 mana, opponent? Do you have a counter spell, a counter spell, a counter spell? Do you have a counter spell, or is Wrenn gonna stuff you? One of your finest tree folks, please. Are they just like deluging us this turn? Because that seems really good for us if so. I guess if they go like second White Source Doomscar next turn, I'm a little sad. Alright, chat. Shoves control in a trash can is the #1 requirement for all of the decks that I enjoy playing. Get in the trash can, please.
Did you enjoy your lunch, honey?
I did, thank you. You're the best.
Where's the knife?
She shook her head at me, chat. She didn't think my knife was funny. I don't know why she brought me a knife that large. This hand's fine. Putting control in a box should be a national pastime like baseball. I'm really hoping that Wizards of the Coast feels the same way and they put control and some other archetypes in Historic in a box after the tournaments this weekend. Wasatch Warrior, I know, like, our Hoaglandia Open coverage is, like, good for what it is, like, me and 3 of my buddies in my house with my personal streaming setups, but, like, I guess I'm not surprised. After working with the Pokemon Unite broadcast for their first monthly tournament and the production company they had, like, I guess I could say I was surprised, but there are like some really professional esports companies out there that put on really good productions. I was thoroughly impressed with the esports engine people we worked with for the Unite event. In other words, they shouldn't pay me. They should just like hire a good production company. There's a whole industry around this stuff at this point. Especially best of 3 for Alchemy Incinerators does not have a lot of people playing in the queue, so the pairings tend to be quite wide for Alchemy. Oh, my day rate for doing commentary is actually quite reasonable. No joke, when I covered one of Riot's Runeterra tournaments, the amount of money I asked for actually ended up being less than their minimum payout for the day, so they gave me more than I ended up asking for. So shout-outs to them for not undercutting me, I guess. Like, I gave them like a number I was happy with. And they were like, no, this is our minimum, so we're gonna give you that. It was like, all right, sure, why not? I think we're portable holding the Bank Buster here, huh? This game's looking really good, he said before getting Meat Hook massacred. I don't think that's really fair, Wasatch. I think a lot of the issues WotC has with their broadcasts are in almost no way, shape, or form related to the people they have doing commentary. They have a lot of really talented people that do commentary for them. So if I Felidar Retreat and play a land, I can't also Katilda this turn, which is sad. I'll be 1 mana short. I don't think I want to storm the festival into a possible Meat Hook massacre. I think I'm gonna Felidar and play this land, give everything 1/1. Oh wait, I could do this too, actually. Oh yeah, we could just do both? Yeah, never mind. Let's do both. Do I want double land? I might actually, huh? Hey, Cricket. Thank you for the 35 months. Welcome back. Yeah, I think that's the big thing, Crimhorn. The big thing we do better than Wizards Productions are we have less downtime for Hoaglandia events. And to be fair, some of the downtime on Wizards tournaments is intentionally created for that. Like they have downtime on purpose. They gotta fit their ad stuff in that they want to do. It's funny, so, Tolarian Community College is working with a place that is designing a deck box, and it's like his deck box of his dreams. People that are familiar with TCC, he reviews tons of products, and his Kickstarter is going to be going live next week, and he's actually going to have an advertising slot for our upcoming open, and he asked me when I told him the rate for the advertising slot, he asked me if he could pay more to have more ad runs during the event. I was like, nah, prof, we don't. These are the amount of ads we run. We want to pay our bills, but we also want to focus on the magic. So this is the package. We don't do more than that. Do I offer Katilda in combat here? I might just be dead, right? Yeah, you figure it out. I've never interfaced with the professor in person, but he's someone I've talked to a good deal in private about content stuff. And he's never been anything less than excellent in our discussions. They're dead if they block like this, right? Actually just dead? Yeah, they let 3 past. If they forgot Katilda could activate, they thought they were going to 1. Alright, so Guardian of Faith and Spellbinder to kind of get meat hooks before they happen. Cathar doesn't seem very good. This looks fine. Yeah, and there's a good chance that even with different blocks, my opponent still loses that game if they don't lose it that turn. Chat, there's a lot of easy ways to get blocked by being in my Twitter mentions, but the number one easiest way I just stop reading your tweet as soon as I hit the line and hit the block button is you say anything remotely positive about an NFT in my Twitter mentions, you can head off to the Shadow Realm. Because people that don't understand that those things are what they are, they're not going to be people that are useful in my mentions in the future. Lemoon Civi, thank you for the 27 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. It lets you realize who's an idiot. They're great for figuring out who to block on Twitter. There you go. All right. I would, as someone who could admit when they were wrong, chat, I was incorrect. We have found something positive about NFTs. I'm glad the MLM stereotype has gotten to branch out. Yep. Gemsy King, thanks for the 11 months of Prime. Welcome back. Not all of them are fools, some of them are grifters. That's true. That's a big true. The one I was just chuckling about as I tapped the block button was someone forming the argument that Magic Arena cards have no intrinsic value, unlike NFTs. NFTs have intrinsic value, chat. Yeah, all of the chat, all of blockchain and NFTs in video games is completely BS. It is just companies. Blockchain and NFTs don't add anything of value to video games. Everything that you gain by adding blockchain to a game was already possible. It doesn't matter if you own your digital asset in this video game because your digital asset is still locked to the video game that it was programmed inside of. If the servers for that video game stop functioning, the thing you own doesn't matter. Just like my Magic Arena cards are worthless if the servers don't work. Everybody involved with NFTs and blockchain falls into one of two categories, chat. They're a grifter or an idiot. They're either trying to make money off of scamming someone that doesn't understand what's going on, or they don't understand what's going on themselves. So sometimes it is. Sometimes it's a healthy mix of the two. It wasn't a particular video game. Someone's just asking about the use in the industry in general. That's not fair. There's a third group of people, the honest money launderers. That's true. Washing currency that's currently very dirty for lots of reasons is also great. Listen, chat, if you've got extra money, don't spend it on a scam like cryptocurrency. Instead, consider getting yourself a wonderful Coalescence Apparel t-shirt. Join the Anti-Mulligan Club with these wonderful designs. Birds of Paradise is a great Magic the Gathering card, as this shirt pays tribute to. I thought he was gonna plug the sticks. Yes, and you would actually own the t-shirt, chat. The t-shirt is a thing you could, in fact, actually own. Yeah, it's definitely one of their newer ones. Cedric sent me a message. It was like, Jeff, do we have any of our newer designs you want that you don't have? And I was like, I want the Birds of Paradise shirt, please. The t-shirt is fungible. I think we're just doing this. What if you wanted to buy a JPEG of the t-shirt? Well... One thing that made NFTs sound nice at first was artists get royalty whenever something they made gets resold. Yeah, but even that min-maxed, and that hasn't come to fruition because that requires some kind of centralized authority that tracks and manages all of those different purchases, right? Which is against the spirit of the freedom of it. So people have been talking about the playability of this card, and one thing that's really interesting about the stat line on this card is getting 4/5s for 5 mana puts them solidly outside of meat hook range for a couple of turns, which is kind of nice.
The energy of battle, then guide it like water.
4/5s with trample by rhino anxieties. It doesn't lightning helix you. You're safe. You're safe here. This is a safe space. Now the Wandering Emperor, based on these pauses, is probably not very safe, chap.
I guess that's it.
She gone.
Keep watch for intruders.
All right, chat, we be trampling. That's great. Turn 3, Tron. Invoke the Ancients has felt really reasonable. There's 2 of them. It's felt playable every time. Two bodies with flexible keywords is good. You know, min-maxed, it's a lot like when I talk about clickbait on YouTube, right? I can respect the hustle even if I won't do it myself. Like, if you're one of the grifters in the crypto business and you acknowledge that you're a grifter, you know, whatever. Capitalism is rough, life is harsh. You do what you need to do to survive. But it's the people that really sell it as like the best thing since sliced bread, and they believe they're smoking the product themselves, so to speak, that are just like, well. Yeah, it's like Avon for Zoomers. Yeah, I definitely hate the game more than the players. Also, I think it also depends on, like, how you're grifting it too. Like, someone trying to shill crypto to, you know, like, the blue-collar worker and eating up all of their retirement savings, telling them they're gonna make it big and just grifting them out of it. That's a little bit different to me than, like, you know, taking $1 million payout from some idiot that has more money than sense and doesn't understand the industry that they're in. And maybe you could say that distinction shouldn't matter, but I think it does. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have played Katilda before attacks, right? They're gonna get -1 Katilda now. That was a mistake on my part. It's actually a pretty big mistake, because now I don't have 7 mana to Amaria's Call next turn. I like my attack there, but my attack also should have come before I played my thing. Such a good draw for them. This is definitely a spell, this game. This will be our first and only standard deck of the day. Usually I try and play 2 different decks from 2 different formats for our arena segments, so. We're gonna finish this matchup, probably play 1 more with this, then we're gonna shift gears to some alchemy for the last leg of the stream today. My loose plan is to do like 1 standard and 1 alchemy a day. And then when the new alchemy card drop happens, we'll have a couple days of all alchemy right before the open. Yeah, it depends on how greedy you are, Delphi Guru. I think dedicating 3 sideboard slots to a one of you could draw main isn't very good. We are gonna start Outer Worlds tomorrow morning as my next variety game. I've heard a lot of good things about Outer Worlds. I think my plan is we're gonna do Outer Worlds and then Assassin's Creed Valhalla for morning variety stuff. Yeah, the sci-fi RPG. You know, honestly, I kind of want to go Felidar land drop at this point. And if we draw another land next turn, we can go double 4-drop. Yeah, we finished up Forbidden West this morning. I've never played an Assassin's Creed game before. The PlayStation 5 is the first current generation console I've ever had. And I didn't do a lot of PC gaming other than card games for a long time. Okay, trading all of these off right before wedding announcement pop seems good for us. I did see we're getting an Uncharted movie. I'm looking forward to that. Tapped land and no mascot exhibition this turn is huge for us. Oh, is it out already? Chat, the last movie I saw in theaters was Sonic the Hedgehog 1, okay? It's been a while. Was it good? It was fine. Yeah, I almost went to go see Spider-Man, and then all the COVID metrics went through the roof in January, December, and February. So hopefully that one will be on streaming services soon.
Finally, I'm home.
March 22nd it comes to streaming. Sweet. Good stuff. No blocks. I'm at 26. Commander Chaos, thank you.
May your blades stand true.
I despise post-fire design sweeper design. It's so fucking miserable, chat. There's so many post-fire design sweepers that are just miserable. Like, why does it get everything but planeswalkers? Yeah, seriously, can we just, like, go back to Wrath of God and call it a day? Yeah, at least planar cleansing got rid of everything, right? And you didn't have options. And even planar cleansing didn't exile, right? Like, planar cleansing gave you counterplay of making things indestructible or bringing things back from the graveyard. Old 2-land 7-spell hand, let's go. Yeah, being able to do all of it is really something. Yeah, planar cleansing was harder to cast too. It was triple white. Yeah, the exile arms race is a great way to put it. That's definitely something that's happened in Magic. All right, so I do this, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I put this into play tapped, I could go untapped land storm the festival next turn. Almost out of the trenches, Pepper Hands. Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. Get that training sorted half a year. I mean, blinking things doesn't beat exile. Blink implies something's leaving and coming back right away. Feature land Chariot. Yeah, delay blink's not really a thing though, Techno. Especially not at instant speed. It's pretty infrequent. We need to reprint Yorian. I'm actually interested to see if, I'm interested to see if Yorian gets chopped next in Modern. Oh crap, chat. I messed up. I wanted to tap Katilda because I wanted to hold up this even if they kill Katilda, but I actually don't have double white in just my lands. Mistakes were made. Sage. Teferi's protection. Wanna be Beetle? Now we're holding this up off the treasure token.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
I mean, honestly, the return of phasing feels like that kind of natural progression in that exile arms race we were talking about, right?
Strike hard.
It's like, okay, we have to now have phasing in order to let people protect their things. Why do they have a sweeper this turn? Eating my wolf instead of Katilda feels like a sweeper. They gonna attack with this? Yeah, okay, so they have farewell. Goodbye, friends.
Keep watch for intruders.
Why have people slept on Guardian of Faith? Because usually it's too slow in bed. It's very difficult for an effect to get an effect like that to line up well. It's very tough to hold up 3 mana while also paying mana to advance your board. Hey, look, chat. We'll make our things indestructible to insulate against the sweeper. Okay, well, letting the Planeswalker die instead of jumping with their 2/2 would imply that they don't have another sweeper this turn, right? I'd think at least.
Are you enraptured by my beauty?
Enraptured by my beauty. Well, even if they had Meathook Massacre, they'd still jump to save their Planeswalker, right?
Do what I demand.
Alright, I think we go Yasharn. Grab some white sources. Put this into exile. There was a design article, I think it was, that talked about how they moved away from regeneration in favor of indestructibility on things because of confusion that regeneration often led to. Like a very common assumption with new players in regeneration was that the thing that was regenerating was going to the graveyard and then back again, when that wasn't the case. As an easy example. Yes, yeah, buried. Buried was a keyword. Buried meant destroy, can't be regenerated. Put it in a little box in the ground, chat, it can't be saved.
They prepare for war.
Yes, they errataed all Oracle text Berry was upgraded to destroy, can't be regenerated. We lost a keyword and became more wordy, chat. Darn Zoomers ruining my Magic the Gathering. Like to attack you for a lot. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's not lethal even if I do this. I think we just click OK. So a big part of why people like Magic's older non-rotating formats, maybe they were dead if I activated Lair, chat. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't count. Oh, if I would have put them to 1, I could have kept them from drawing with both too, though. It doesn't matter. One of the big reasons people play non-rotating formats is so they get to feel smart from understanding interactions the other player doesn't. Those formats create an incredible amount of gotcha moments. Afternoon Eradas. This deck felt pretty reasonable. It's got a collection of like pretty inherently powerful cards. Invoke the Ancients definitely punched above what I was expecting its weight class to be at different points. 2 threats and the flexibility on keywords went a long way. I kind of liked. I wasn't sure if what the split on these two was doing at the top end, but there were definitely spots where Wrenn is better, and there's definitely spots where Invoke is better. So coward splitting those seems rather fine overall. Storm the Festival was really good at a lot of different points, even though we were only playing one event. If I were to play this deck again in the future, this might be a card that I consider playing, if not a second copy in the main deck, definitely a second copy in the 75 for the kind of mid-rangey and control matchups. Like the meat hook / sweeper deck, Storm the Festival is probably one of your best cards against them, so having access to a second I think would go a long way.